suited against the king jack. Didn't seem like we were ever really going to win that one. It's a pretty loose call by him. But I guess he just knew, I'm against aces up, I can call. And we are in the money in the top middle here. We are chip leader. Sorry, second in chips now. And it's us and these other three guys here that, I mean, they're not regs or anything, so we've got a pretty good, I dare say we're a pretty big favourite here, actually. And so, pretty deep stacks, though. Still going to be a bit of a battle here. Bit of a battle four-handed. In the money, it's a 22 rebuy, and they dropped pretty quick, actually. You would recall there were 6 players at the end of last level. And already now there's only 4. 657 up top, 146 for next out. I think I will check on that board. I think I might just get this in, to be honest. Down bottom left. Does he have queen 8? That's the question. Do you have queen 8, sir? Guess we'll just fold. Could have been a little bluff. Pretty dry flop. Just gonna see about here. Check raise bottom right, I think, probably. Top 2. Well, now we have a house. I guess he's got aces a fair bit bottom left when he does this. So I think I'm going to, well, I haven't been watching him closely enough to know for sure. We had a decent hand though. I think we can just fold it. This guy bets pot on the turn now. I think I might just check raise him. He may have picked up diamonds. It seems like he's just stabbing with nothing. But just to try and build the pot, give him a chance to spaz out or chase when he's drawing dead. We occasionally got bluff top middle there when he's got like 5-7 and stuff like that. Or 7-8 gutser and just check calls and then donks to try and rep the jack. But I didn't really feel like, till we see a bit more about this guy, a bit more about how he plays, I'm okay with folding the hand there. Before we start sort of hero calling with ace high against the other big stack four-handed. If I know he's a bit capable of it, then definitely I'll be more inclined to call. I'm 2.5xing at the moment against this guy. Time will tell if that is good or not. If he starts attacking a lot, especially with medium hands like this, and we're out of position, puts us in tricky spots, then limping is good. But until he proves that, I'm okay with 2.5xing, but I might adjust to limping. So there's like, what is it, like 2,000? So he's like M20, so I just think it's way too deep to get in. We could look at like 4-betting, but I think the value in this hand is we're getting better than 2 to 1. We've got a suited ace. I think just calling, even though we're out of position, is probably the best option. We could just shove pre even and just put ICM pressure on him, with a suited ace-8. But I do think too, maybe I've raised him a couple of times, so I do feel like maybe he's just going to spaz out. But this is all speculation. He could just finally have found himself a hand. He bets pretty small. I think out of position is going to fold. We do have backdoor diamonds. It's kind of close. I wouldn't even mind raising to like 9,500. So this is kind of a suspiciously small bet. Could just be a C bet. He just might be closing his eyes and praying we fold. This is pretty ugly spot top left. We don't have a low. We have ace king for the high, which may or may not be good. But he did raise a donk bet flop and then pot turns, over pot turns. So I think I'm just going to fold. Essentially, all we're really doing is chasing half the pot. And that's if we're not dead. Five ten suited here. See what this guy does. We are in the money top right. Getting 2.5 to 1 with a suited hand like this, 5-10, we can probably call. Interesting, he checks pretty quick. Go for a bet. Do you have backdoor diamonds, second best pair? He's check raised. So he's trying to say he's got, a queen. He could have some sort of draw. He could just think we're full of shit as well. Well, we have a nut flush draw. And this guy's just shoved. Wow, this is pretty sick. Oh man, that's pretty sick. I guess we have to fold. We don't have a low draw. This is sick because I think this guy's hit the 9, I'm so sure this guy's got a 9. He's just been a fish with like, he's got king 9 and he's like, nah, I'm check raising you. Well, how do you like that, buddy? We got 2 pair. You can have your 9. You can have your 9, champ. Hey, alright. It seemed like he was doing that move, you're just betting flop. You don't have anything, you're just betting and just goes for the check raise on the flop, I think. It's quite possible. I think we donk here and this guy quickly raises 8-8-10. Probably messing around with this hand out of position. I think we're going to get better spots against him. He is a bit of a fish. He's a regular fish. He's not going to do anything like... Well, he might do something massively donkish, I guess. But I'd be a little bit surprised. I just expect him to do small donkish stuff. He does seem a bit emotional, I must say. I don't know, I just get this feeling, that feeling you get? I just feel like he's like... He's not going to get pushed around, You raise him a couple of times in a row and he's just going to blow a load, I reckon. He just stops... He's just going to... his head's going to just explode, I think. Especially the way I think it's just the combination of the way he just snaps out those bets. It doesn't seem like logical. I mean, you'd think he would take a little bit of time, think about sizing, think about our range, think about what he wants to do. I mean, just start snapping out bets, and the sizing as well. It just seems kind of just, yeah, just doesn't feel right. Just feels like he's gonna do a big mistake soon. Do something really silly. Got a weak flush draw and a weak low top left. I think it's probably still just good enough to hang around for one more. It's got A7. I think I'm just going to check call because we've got the... wow, that looks really strong, bottom right. I think I might just fold it, to be honest. Oh, yeah, it's a big raise. I think I'm just going to call one here. It's a pretty small bet. Wow, that is a good turn for us. He might bluff on it, but I feel more likely he's just going to have like King X. Something like that. Queen X. Let's go ahead and bet again. It's a pretty tricky spot. Guess he could have like King Jack and still bet, or he might have Ace-X, just be protecting. I wouldn't love getting it in with this SPR, I guess, because he could have Ace King or Ace Queen or 10 Jack. So I think I'm just going to call. And then just check call river. He's probably going to check. Yeah, we maybe could have got a bit more value from him there. He was betting pretty thin. But I don't mind the way we played it. But I do think, just because what I was saying before about him seeming like he's one of those emotional types, I kind of felt like if we check raise turn, like his brain will explode. Like now he just shoved like M15. I just feel like that's a bit of a potentially just a brain explosion play. He's just like, oh, you turn two pair when I have an ace. Like, oh, it's so lucky. Like, I'm all in. I think top right here will just jam. This is pretty deep to get in ace jack 3-4 here, but we've got the nut low draw with a good ace, so I think I'm just going to go for it. He just folds. Are you serious? Didn't I not anticipate that? Wow, jack queen against ace 4. Like it. So I mean, this guy could have an ace. It seems like he's just hit the jack. Like he's got 10 jack, jack queen. He has got the ace, so it's just a chop. I don't think it's really necessary to try and fold him off of that. We could, but we could try. See how we do with the ladies. How we do with the ladies. Pretty good card to bet on here. That's all happening. We've got hands going on everywhere. Hands going, wow, that is the, what was that? I think this guy has clubs as well. Or... he might have just floated with an ace. Does have clubs. I was a little bit worried about it. 4, 6, 8 king. Okay. Right, I guess we're going to go. Well, the chances of us winning, I was about to say the chances of us winning with ace 10 against ace 9 are like, well, they're long. Like, I'd say like 800 to 1, a little bit longer, 1200 to 1. As soon as I saw it, I was like, nah. Before I even saw the 9, I was like, nah, that's never going to happen. We don't win all ins. It's not how we roll. We try to win pots without showdown. Or making hero calls. Well. I will guess I will 2.5x this guy again. Just because if he does go up, if he had raised, we could just have just shoved it all in. Well, that was the Pacific Rim. I'll show you an interesting hand here, actually. Is that 10k start stack? Wow, it is. Okay. The hand a moment ago that was pretty wild. Look at this hand. It's a limp. Call. Raises pretty big here from big blind. But, I mean, I'm not going to fold at this stack depth with this hand, I think. We want to be playing it. So I do. We close the action, it's 4 away, we got a suited ace. We flop top pair. It's bet, call. At this point, I'm like, well, we have a backdoor flush. If we can turn an ace or an 8, and one of these guys is like ace king, we can win a massive pot. I'm going to have a little peel here. Pretty good turn. The guy bets 17. I'm like, well, we have the nut flush draw with the top pair here. So we probably need a spade, an 8, or an ace. You would presume would be good. And so I do call here on the turn, and then bang, look at that beautiful card. And then this guy bets and this guy shoves. So now I'm like, what's going on here? I guess we have to fold. We've got the nut flush, but like there's a full house. This guy could have 5s, 8s, 9s. This guy, I guess, maybe. Kind of thought maybe this guy's just got aces of kings and he's just like going for all the beans, is kind of how I felt. This guy just limped with ace jack and called. Wow, it's pretty funky. Won't you take me to funky town? Yeah, so I folded. And of course, what did they have? They both had ace king high. Of course. No, I'm joking. They had this guy had flop trips and then turned the full house, so had us in, well, bad shape would be putting it lightly. I'm really surprised he did that massive re-raise with like 8s. It seems a little bit fishy to me, but if he had got 4-bet, what's he gonna do? Yeah, it just seemed a bit weird. But anyway, we folded the river, thankfully. And this guy had 6-7 off. How's this guy's form? What a donk. Opens early, limps early, calls the raise, and then chases all the way with the flush straight draw. Gets there, and then jams over the top of this guy's bet on the river with a straight. Like, what is he thinking? What's going through his mind? Is there anything going through other than dancing, girls at the cabaret doing the can-can in fishnet stockings? Probably not. Anyway, that's the end of that. Top middle here, we got the 5-6 suited, and I just think I'm just going to snap turn, I think, and try and get him to slow down. That was the thought anyway, but... Wow, he's gone 25. He's gone big. I think he's trying to get us to fold ace-x. Like, I think he puts us on, like, ace-7 or ace-3 or something. I guess we have to fold. It could be a bluff. It feels a little bit bluffish, but I think I'm just going to give it up. The truth is, sometimes we do have a flush there, so... I can definitely think of some better hands to defend with in that spot. Well, we actually have quite often we have a flush there. Or 2 pair. See if we get away with limps against this guy. Mr. Limp Caller Jam with ace jack off. Bronzy. Actually, he probably won't. Like that last hand, he's probably never bluffing there, I think, if he's a bronzy, I get. No, actually, no, you never say never. Never say never. Yeah, I think you can't say never with the bronzy. Not with a bronzy. Bron. This guy's gone 3x. Jack 4 suited, 5 to call. I think it's just a little bit too much. Seems to be a lot of chip splashing going on, doesn't it? Now we have ace jack. I think given the way the table's been playing with like chip spins just being thrown around like confetti, I think I might actually 3-bet this small just for value. I mean, this guy snap called pretty quick with ace jack before, so. What do we got here? 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I feel like one of these guys is going to make a really gross overplay soon. So, we just call here. I guess we could small 3-bet it. Yeah, I might actually. I might small 3-bet this one. 37, 72, 8093. And if he 4-bets, I think he could do so as a bluff. So to be honest, even though it's pretty deep, I'm just going to 5-bet his ass. Because I do think he could just spaz here and just make it like 17 to fold to a jam. In fact, I think he's going to. And then we jam and he just snap folds. Well, maybe he calls. So it's a good flop. Says aces up as his enemy smiles with queen 9. With chips. Wow, he just donks into us. I think I'm gonna like raise it. And he might spaz and just jam like king jack or 10 jack or king 10. I mean, I don't think he's ever donking with a queen. If he is, good on him. I think he's gonna show some donk hand here. He might even reclick us. Just trying to pretend he has something. He has reclicked, and now he's just gonna fold. Watch this. Put your party hats on. Put your party hats on. That was like the most obvious thing ever. Put your party hats on. He was just getting way like too metagamed. He was getting way metagamed there. He was just thinking like, he was trying to think too deep and just, his brain couldn't handle it. He broke a valve in his brain. We could just call turn, I know, and just hope he bluffs, but we definitely could do that actually. It probably would have been a better play actually. He might just shove turn. But I personally don't really think he's going to, I think he's going to shut down at that point. And, well, there's already so much out there. And I mean, there's still the chance that he actually has a jack and just doesn't fold, or king 10 or 9 10. Or even ace 10, maybe. So, getting it in is fine, but definitely, definitely something to think about is, can we just call there? And another thing to think about too is, are we going to jam ace, ace, queen 8? And the answer is yes. And we've got him, well, we've got him in pretty bad shape. Just trying to dodge a 5. Or a 10. Oh, 6, 10 is 22. I think I might just jam this guy with this hand. Like, he seems like he opens too much. And it's a hand that's like, it's got good raw equity, but it doesn't really want to see a flop. So, I'm just going to shove in the beans. Bean lover. Just folds. It's just because it's been raising a fair bit. If he was a nit, I might not do that, but you know, he's been raising pretty much every hand, so. This guy's a limp check, and now he just pots flop, like. This just screams fish. Please. You think he's gonna pot turn? Does he check back with an ace? Like, it doesn't seem like a guy that would. Oh, that's such a good card to check on. Please bluff, sir. Oh, he doesn't go for it. Damn. He had the ace. That's crazy. He had the ace. That's pretty funny. That's awesome. I love it. That's pretty funny. He had the ace. He went bananas with it. I like our play though, just pot controlling. You know, sometimes he has a hand, but more often, like a lot of the time, he's just got bananas. Oh my god, we just flopped 2 pair against this fish. Obviously, just going to call flop here, and hopefully he just jams turn. I think he's drawing dead. I reckon he's got like queen 10. He may have hit the 7. Just bet small here and give him some room to have a brain explosion and check jam. You can feel his brain whirling around. It's going... He doesn't like it. He's... Oh, I love it. Nothing you can do about that. Just a cooler. It's pretty funny. It's just funny though because of the history we have. This guy just donked over pot into us. I guess I'm going to defend and to that size bet. He could have a jack. I'm really curious to see what he has here. I feel like he has like queen 8 or queen 10. But maybe he does just do it with a jack. Ah, he had 8-9. That's annoying. He's just ready to just like sick overplay something, you know? Just like potting with like second best pair and then firing turn again with second best pair when we call. Like, he's just trying to play things backwards. He's trying to bet and fold out. He's trying to fold out all worse hands and only get better hands to call. He just happened to get that one worse hand that we would call with. So most of the time there, we just have him crushed. It's your lucky day, punk. Interesting that he checks back on the flop. I think we actually check call turn now. Just because we've got a gutser with ace high, which might be good. I hope he hasn't got ace 10 or ace 9. That would be a bit annoying. I guess he could have an 8 sometimes, but... Wow, he bets 33,000? 33,000? 33,000. If it's like pot and a half, I guess we're just folding to pot and a half. But it seems like he might be like a crazy, crazy fish. Is the feeling I'm getting right now is that he's just a crazy, crazy fish. So time will time will tell. I mean, he could just check the flop with it. I mean, it makes perfect sense that he would have an 8 there, and he just hopes that we hit. You know, hopes that we hit the ace. I can imagine a bronze like starfish playing it exactly like that. Like, you know, flopping trips on the flop and yeah, check, quick check. I've got trips. I'm trapping. Like, you know, bet turn pretty. Oh my god, we just flopped a straight. Bets, you know, pretty small turn. Wow. I think I'd check raise turn here and just hope that he bets the ace, either with it or to rep it. Oh, he's checked. I don't really think we can ever get value there, which is annoying, to be honest. Don't think we can ever get value there. Surely he doesn't have an ace. No, he's got jack high. That's what it looked like. He's just got jack high. So we gave him a chance to bet, you know. I think that's all we can do. It's just annoying because if he had had the ace, like the way he plays, it feels like one pair's enough for this guy to virtually just to just stack right off. If he had a flopped a pair or something, it would have been all over Red Rover, I think. He's got queens, this guy tens, it feels like. A little bit sloppy in some of these other tables. I think I would just bet small again with queen 5. Just to protect it. Can we call one? I think we can maybe call one off here, getting 3-1, just to try and bink a queen or a 5. Occasionally he does just check turn as well. like this, so we get to river. He is a bit of, like we said, he's a sick overplaying monkey, so like he could even, I think, do that with a 7 or a jack. I guess maybe once in a while, like he also just does it with a 5 just to like see where he's at. Yeah, he did have a 7. I thought he might. He just like sometimes doing that is not too bad because you probably have the best hand, but heads up, I mean, against wide ranges, you don't need to do that very often. I think in that spot, probably better off calling. I will 3x here for value. I don't think he ever folds, and he's just going to call with a lot of crap that we dominate. I feel like he's won every hand, but somehow we're still like even with him. I really do. I feel like he's just won every single hand. I do think I was gonna say, do you think he could spaz out soon? I might raise this up actually. Just for when we flop a 6, just to make it a little bit easier to get stacks in. Just folded. I don't think he's going to do, like, I feel like he probably won't do anything. I think he's capable of doing something crazy, but I don't think he's going to really. I think he's going to do like just bad play, you know, like here I reckon he's just donking sometimes with like ace deuce or like 9-10. But I don't want to get in 100k when there's only like 6 out there, so I'm going to call. But you know what? It wouldn't even be that bad, you know. It wouldn't be that bad against this guy because he's that bad. But I think just calling and just hoping that he doesn't get there. I think he's going to get there. I think it's an 8 on the river and he's got 9-10. Nope. He's got king 9 or king 7 and he gets there. Is that what you guys are thinking? I think I'm going to check it. 2-3. I mean, he could have called. I mean, he probably calls any amount there. But I mean, even if he does, like, even if he gets that in on the flop, like, it's pretty good. But I don't know. I almost feel like it's not great to give this guy like a 33% chance to just win, you know? Like, I almost feel like we should be winning this game against this guy like 80% or 90%. Whereas right there, 66% of the time we win, 33% he wins. I almost feel like just we don't even want to take that spot. Just because he's so likely, I think, to just do a massive fish play and just get it in, drawing completely dead soon. What's this guy got here? Really have no idea. None. This is one of those spots where, like, if the turn comes a king and he's got like king 6 or something, like he's just gonna give us billions of dollars. The turn's an 8 and he's just got like 10-9 or something. Like, it's gonna call for billions. Have to try and hit. I don't think I'm gonna bet here and try and bloat the pot against him. I don't think I'm gonna triple barrel him because I don't think he's folding a pair. The interesting thing will be if it goes jack turn and then he bets river. That will be pretty interesting. Got the same hand. No, he hasn't. He's got an 8. He has just committed himself like a fish. Wow, okay. That's good. Hopefully he's got king 9 and just bets now. I don't think he's folding a king, and I don't think he's folding a king. So we'll just bet this. I don't think he's calling. I think he's got nothing. But just in case he has the king, I think, you know, king 9, king 8. We have to just raise it, I think. You notice I'm folding more than my normal strategy. And that just comes back to the fact that I think we can give up like some pre-flop marginal spots. We can give up some pre-flop marginal spots to try and get in some really like favorable fist pump spots like this, where we have a flush. I think I'm just going to bet really hard here. I think if he's got like a queen or nine or spade, like nine or something, like he's just going to like spade or whatever. I think it's just going to be inelastic. I'm just going to bet huge. He may even have checked on the flop sometimes with a hand to trap again, but he hasn't. He just folds, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it was a pity he didn't have anything on that board. Actually, it looked like his sort of board. I think betting at the turn is fine. Yeah. He doesn't really seem like the sort of guy that is, like once he checks flop, like even if he does bluff, like I think it's going to be just a really little bluff. Like he's just going to bet tiny on the turn. He doesn't seem like a guy who's just going to blaze away randomly on some like crazy bluff. He just seems like more like the same sort of guy that's going to call like with like middle pair. He's just going to call like 3 like double pot size bets with a middle pair just because he can't fold. Yeah, I guess I'm going to bet here. Well, no, actually I might check it. Like now, I could imagine him betting like 3k here as a bluff, just with like 7 high. But he didn't. He didn't with jack high. But I could imagine that's the sort of spot I'm talking about, where I could imagine him making like a really silly little bluff in a spot like that, where it looks like we're not folding, but he just bets to win. That's a bit annoying. We've got decent backdoors here. But I would check raise this hand normally against most players. But against him, I think I'm just going to fold and just keep it. I'm just going to keep it really ABC. But I would check raise that against as a default, normal. Oh, Queen 7 suited when he makes it this size and it's 4.5. I guess. I think it's pretty close, but I guess Queen 7 suited. Oh my god. Aces up. What have you done? What have you done, aces up? This is the situation you said you didn't want to get yourself into. He's checked, so I think I'm just going to do what I said I was going to do before and just smash, because I think a lot of the time he's just got like ace high. If we're really lucky, he might have like ace deuce or fives or something. But, if he's just got really tricky with kings, like, it's just bad luck. Wow, he just gives up. That's pretty sick. Might actually be worth sometimes bluffing in those spots. He just shoved. He just shoved in. He just shoved it. What do we do there if we have ace king? It's such a gross spot. Like, do we want to take a flip against him? Not really. I mean, I'm not going to fold it, but God, if we had ace king there, it would be a cry. Ace queen, I'd just cry. Just shoves in a billion. Ideally, we can just chip him down a bit more and then think about making a silly call if he overshoves. What have we got? 2-3 low. 6-9. Yeah. Just shove it. Fold him off his high equity. Yeah, but I think we can think about maybe bluffing in one of those spots there where he just like gives up. Because he does seem, like I said, it doesn't seem like he's going to do much bluffing. Seems like he's just going to do some crazy overplaying. I think we can raise this when he limps, just to try and flop top pair against him and just cooler his face off. Wow, it was like check, check. We can check now. I don't think he's going to limp with an ace that often. Yeah, he's going to check again here, actually. Just bet now and hope he's got a pair, I guess, or a worse king. was thinking bottom right, this is a weird hand. He 3-bets pre, he checks flop. He bets turn. He half pots river. Just getting a bit distracted in some of these other tables here. Ace jack, queens. I guess we have to call. Oh, do we? It's from Brazil. It could just be some massive fish. I guess I'm going to call. Ace queen, yeah. It's just one of those spots. Like, I mean, he should know that we always are calling with a jack, but. So when he checks here and we have king 5, like, I feel like unless he's hit the queen, we have the best hand. We can just bet and pray that he folds. But he does seem fairly ABC and just ready to overplay like a sicko. So I think our strategy so far is pretty solid against him. Donk bets here. I mean, well, we do have a 6. I think this could actually be one of those times when we've got him crushed. Like, he might donk with a 3 or like, I think he's got like 6, 7 a lot here. Wow, now we have 2 pair. So as long as he doesn't have king jack, we're just laughing. I think I'm just going to raise here. Pretty big. Could have diamonds as well. Damn it, he folds. Not ready. Not ready to go home. He just shoves. He is ready. He just shoves. He is ready to go home. I must admit, shoving is actually his best strategy. Just shoving. Because he's only going to get slowly destroyed if he keeps playing how he's playing. If he just shoved every hand, he'd actually have a better chance against us. That would actually make him actually a little bit dangerous if he just started shoving every hand like this. Because we'd be folding so much, he'd just be slowly adding the blinds up. And then eventually he shoves so much that he's going to get us in like a tricky spot where we've got like ace 10 and he's shoving every hand. And now we're like, you know, now we're like, shit, this guy's shoving every hand and we've got ace 10. So surely we've got him. I mean, surely we're ahead. And then he just shows you like ace, you know, king 8 suited, and all of a sudden it's almost a flip, you know, and he hits the 8 and it's all over and he wins. And you're like now, like if he just kept doing this and shoving, like this would be an easy call, but it's pretty scary. I mean, even now I think it's really close, but I think I'm going to fold it. But he's just shoving so much. I mean, if he just does it again, shoves, and then shoves again next turn, I'm like, maybe we should have taken the ace 10, but I still think with the chip lead that we've got and the blinds at the size they are, we should be looking to get a better spot, really. I mean, he's just donked out over pot here, so yeah, I mean, I think we can just fold. I feel like if it was a little bit more zoned in this hot 22, maybe I could check raise here, try and bluff river. Like he's going to value own us pretty cleanly here. He's got ace king, king 10, ace queen. Yeah, just shoved again. He did have ace king. I thought if he bets river there and we shove, like he just can't call. Okay, so he's called this time. He could have some gut shots and stuff. Let's just take a moment to think about it, actually. Jack 8, Jack 9. He could have like 3, 6, 6, 8. He could have some hearts. Oh, that's such a bad card. I don't think we ever have the best hand now. You know, if it had been like a repeat on the river, like a repeat 5 especially, and then he donked bet, like that would be one time when he may actually be bluffing. See, he donk bets pairs, so what does he check call with, you know? Well, probably draws and weak hands. But, you know, even if he's got Jack 8, Jack 9 or something like that, or if he had like 6, 8 or 5, 6, like he might just do that on the river. So I'm just going to fold, which is sad. Sad story. I wonder if he just shoves an ace. I wonder if he doesn't just say, I've got an ace, I'm just going to shove. I've got the ace. I wonder. I wonder if he doesn't just shove it. Can you shove now, please, sir? Please? Wow, he makes it 12. I think I'm just going to re-raise here. I think he's just going to shove a lot. I don't think he's bluffing. He's just going to get it in. He's got... Oh my god, he's got ace-2. Come on, don't do it. Heart. Oh god. That was what I was talking about. That was kind of scary. Has to get that much in with ace-2. But that's exactly the spot I'm talking about. Is, you know, we get in with kings against ace-deuce. Could have been better. I mean, you could have even had like, you know, sixes or something, 80% favorite. That's really what we wanted to be, waiting for. What do we got here? Ace, 6, 7. We've got 2 pair. Ace, 6, 7, queen. And he's potted it, but not shoved. No hearts. I guess we have to fold. Okay, we got the win there, guys. In the 22. What did we do yesterday? 4th or something? 3rd? I think it was 3rd yesterday. Went a little bit better today, which is good. I think I will call this small bet here with the gutser and the overs, the backdoor hearts. And I think I'm just going to take this guy in bottom left. It's a pretty entertaining match. When he flopped the Dewey and he had the ace, I'm like, oh boy, oh boy. We don't run very good in this spot. But one time, we cracked the ace. We cracked the ace with the kings, the ace-deuce. That's big time. That's special for us. Get your cigars out. You got them, light them. If you got your cigars, light them up. It's true. I think I'm just going to get this guy in here. Don't tell me you're going to fold with 970 behind. Bayuka. Is that what you're going to do? Is that really what you're going to do? Or are you just toying with me? Or are you really going to bet like that much and then pot it and then fold? That's what you're going to do, isn't it? That's what you're telling me. You're going to fold. That's crazy. Cray. They're all out there, these daywalkers. The daywalkers are out there. Maybe he's got ace-10. He's going to call. Bink the river. Well, fun level, guys. And we got the W there. Got the win. Let's go for another one. Let's not stop now. There's still plenty of action coming our way. He's got 6 high. He has got the 6 high and he has called. Well, you can't blame a man for that. I mean, often that's going to be the best hand. We very easily there could have had 4 high. Or maybe we had somehow actually already folded our hands and we folded our hand and we didn't actually even have cards. You know, maybe the dealer swept in our cards. That's what I think they thought. That the dealer had actually swept our cards into the muck and we were playing without cards. Therefore, 6 high would win. But we had cards and we actually had second best pair, which was, needless to say, more than enough. But yeah, that's just part of the action. Just part of the daily action here with the part-timer series. And we're up to session 17. Our target is to make over $100 per session, not including all the benefits and VPPs and stuff. And well, after that win, we're on target. So join me again and we'll see if we can get another W after this break. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Aces Up for PokerNerve.